What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Dave Allen, Thoughts About Adam and Eve. This is one of the clips that have been suggested a number of times in the comments section. We actually did, I believe it was airplanes.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, maybe shortly after you came on the channel.
Probably.
But I think that's all we've seen of Dave Allen. So don't really know much about him. I believe he's an Irish comedian, but beyond that, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, enough rambling. Let's go and jump in here and check out Dave Allen's thoughts about Adam and Eve.
I am what you might call a practicing atheist.
What you might call.
I'm quite happy to be an atheist because I think actually God likes atheists better. You never ask him for anything. You're not bothering him all the time, saying, "Oh God, please help me on this thing." And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read.
Wait, do they do that all over the world?
I guess so.
Because I know they do that in all the American hotel rooms. Pretty much every hotel you go to, you look in the nightstand.
At least back in the day. I don't know about nowadays.
I still see them. I don't know if they still do them, but I still see them when I go into a hotel
still
room.
hanging around.
They still there, yeah. But I didn't know that was actually maybe a worldwide thing.
I didn't either.
It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning.
It all began.
But there are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got to us? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going, bored today, what'll I do? And then suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's what. Make a world, yes, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, boom, mountains. Boom, everything is there. I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Gardening. Hate gardening. Need a garden. Gardener, spit and dust. Adam. And Adam, never once says, where in the name of God did I come from? I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child, he has no recall. He doesn't say, how did I get here? But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around with God, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. God, during the night, sneaks down like a thief and steals. Doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps? Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, which tree can't I eat? He said, that one over there. He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off. If one starts talking, I'll crap myself. And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple. She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize that if Eve had been ashamed of her nose, every woman in the world now would be ashamed of your noses? You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on. Men would be in nightclubs watching totally naked ladies with G-strings on the nose. Take them off. Oh, I saw a nose. And this is the book. This is the book that you'll go into court and place your hand upon. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Oh man, that was funny. I did not know where this was going to go, but that was not really where I thought this was going to go.
No.
This was hilarious. But, you know, it is funny when you think about that. Like, he made a good point. Like, you never, in the Bible, you never hear about Adam, like, questioning where he come from originally.
Yeah.
And he didn't really, of course, we don't know,
I mean, it's not literally a play-by-play of everything that ever happened, but...
Right, but it's interesting that you don't have any of that conversation there.
Yeah, some dialogue.
You know? That's hilarious, guys. What else should we check out from Dave Allen? You know, I know that there's been a few things that have been suggested, but airplanes is the only thing other than this we've checked out. This kind of, I thought this was going to go more in like a George Carlin type area, because George Carlin has done
a little more serious mixed in with.
Well, he was a little bit more like, I guess, hardcore on certain topics like religion. Mm-hmm. I really liked this though. This was really fun.
Yeah.
But guys, I think that's it for us today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, peace.
Bye.